Hello everyone. 2022 is still surprising us with its projects and 2023 is just around the corner. We have selected for several interesting projects that will have very realistic graphics. Judging by the first thrillers and the first gameplay, we have drawn conclusions and sick for you a selection of games with realistic graphics in 2022 that will be released or will already begin and future releases of 2023. Also, if you first appeared on our channel, then subscribe to keep abreast of all events. Press the finger up and enjoy. Let's go. Project Awakening. Project Awakening is an RPG that was originally developed for the PlayStation 5. This is another title from the Cygames studio, known for mobile games such as Granblue Fantasy and Shadowverse. The setting of Project Awakening is a fictional high fantasy world in which humans live alongside powerful beasts. We play as a knight who has to face not only monsters, but also a much bigger threat. The trailer shows realistic landscapes and fights between the protagonist and enemies. By the way, the battles look epic. In the game, we will have a large open world with a class system, as well as a cooperative of up to 12 people. We act as a brave knight fighting with large monsters and other opponents. From the arsenal of a traditional sword and shield. The game is detailed and recreated a huge world, and this is good news. Pirates VR Jolly Roger. Pirates VR Jolly Roger is a game inspired by old stories about the most famous pirates of all time. Journey to the pirate world begins on a desert island. Despite its extraordinary charm, this land hides many secrets and mysteries that need to be unraveled, as well as obstacles and traps. The game is full of surprises. This is a real adventure with elements of horror and awe. The climax of the game is when the player finds the hidden treasure that the pirates were looking for and learns about the history of our ancestors. Also, judging by the trailer, the game will have nice graphics and not bad musical accompaniment. Vigilance 2099. The action takes place in a cyberpunk future with flying cars and robots. Vigilance 2099 is an open-world action role-playing game. The main character is a bounty hunter who makes a living by tracking down various targets. The player, by the way, will have a choice regarding the killing of enemies. You can keep them alive if you want. The game features terminal hacking systems, parkour, both first and third-person views, hand-to-hand combat, gunfights, character and weapon cyber implant upgrades, and the ability to scan the environment. You can be sure that you have elements of stealth in the game. In general, the game plans to be interesting and varied. Hogwarts Legacy. Tremble Harry Potter fans! Hogwarts Legacy is a role-playing game that takes place long before the main events in the film, more precisely in the 19th century. Players take control of one of the incoming students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Players will have to learn magic and sorcery along with other students, as well as explore the open world of magic, including a dark place called the Forbidden Forest. But in addition to learning and walking around Hogwarts, you will be haunted by dangers, secrets and secret places. Players will have to make a difficult choice during the game. The fact is that your actions in the game and learning magic can affect your character. In other words, you can become a dark magician or a light wizard.
I'm ready. Crucio!
You've made your choice.
Well, you can take your first train to Hogwarts and fly on a broomstick on February 10, 2023.
What have the two of you done?
Arc 2. Arc 2 is the second part of the notorious survival simulator from the Wildcard studio. Vin Diesel himself played in the trailer of the project, and the video was built on graphics implemented using the game engine. The novelty is promised exclusively for the Xbox Series and PC, and will be released in 2023. It's not yet clear if the sequel will make its way to PS5 in the future. Hollywood actor Vin Diesel, who landed a role in Arc 2, called Arc Survival Evolved, the best game so far. Quote, "The best game so far is Arc Survival Evolved. My son introduced me to it many years ago. And then Studio Wildcard and its geniuses asked me to bring IP into the space of TV and films. There are not enough words to describe how it is a great honor for me." Instinction. Instinction is an action-adventure first-person shooter with survival elements that is the spiritual successor to Dino Crisis. You have to survive among dangerous dinosaurs. A story campaign awaits you with the ability to play in co-op. Several types of weapons can be customized. In general, get comfortable, collect, create, call a friend and beware of razor-sharp teeth. They are here on every corner.
I wish I hadn't come here for this. I found them.
Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is an action game based on the famous Journey to the West, which follows the adventures of Monkey King Sun Wukong. The game also tells the story of the Monkey King, but the story itself is completely different. The gameplay in Black Myth is reminiscent of third-person action games. The Monkey King uses a variety of weapons to fight numerous opponents in various locations using his mythical abilities. The protagonist is armed with a magical staff that can increase or decrease at the command of its owner. Also, the main character can clone himself, turn into different people and animals, jump on the clouds, and wield a variety of weapons. So you won't be bored. Forspoken. Forspoken is a third-person action-adventure RPG that tells the story of Frey. We are offered to meet a Frey girl with powerful magical abilities in an unusual world. Frey's life was already not easy. Only a cat is waiting at home, and bad thoughts are increasingly visiting her head. Everything changes when she somehow finds herself in a fantasy world, in which there is also a lot of evil and danger, but this time Frey has many abilities and a chatty bracelet. Together they will set explosive traps, pour fire on enemies and freeze them. Dragons, eagles, goblins and other evil spirits will resist the girl. You have to travel through a beautiful open world with unimaginable realistic landscapes. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. This is a first-person action-adventure game, developed by Massive Entertainment. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is being created on the Snowdrop engine, and in addition to Massive, Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney are involved in the work on the game. The game will tell about a new round of confrontation between people and the natives of Pandora. You will play as a Na'vi in the game, who will go on a journey through the western reaches, inhabited by new characters and unique animals. The hero has to protect them from Earthlings. In this case, the game world will react to your actions.
Wherever we go.
The open world will allow you to plunge into the world of Pandora and explore the culture of the Na'vi. According to the plot, we will have to force the forces of the corporation to retreat on a threatening planet. The release will take place in 2023. Scorn. Scorn is a first-person survival horror adventure game inspired by the works of Hans Rudi Giger and Alien. The game takes place in a terrible world, reminiscent of a nightmare. You have to explore different locations, each of which will have a unique storyline. Despite this, all regions are made in the same style. The weapons and ammo in the game are quite limited, which will make you think twice before opening fire on enemies. You will find a gloomy atmosphere, a full sense of the character's body. Players will be able to really feel the position of the character's body in space and his movements, as well as a living world that reacts to your actions. Hubris. Scorn has unveiled its VR adventure Hubris, which will launch on desktop VR platforms before the end of 2022. Hubris is a virtual reality adventure game set in a previously unexplored world. Playing the role of a newly recruited OO, or U for short, fighter sent into the Twin system to search for a Cyanhe agent. Survival is a case of shooting, swimming, climbing and jumping through the harsh environment of a planet being terraformed. Together with the pilot Lucia, you have to fight the evil enemies of U. The player will be able to collect resources, create an arsenal, control a vehicle and mechanical devices. And if you really liked our video, then subscribe, press the finger up and enjoy. And most importantly, play only good games. Thanks to all. Good luck.